Good morning. You came to play? Continue. Please wake up your player who you'll notice is sleeping on the bed. To do so, just touch the player. Whoa, what are you talking about, game? Oh, this is our first time loading the game since we started playing, so they're giving us a mini tutorial. What's up, Pedals? I see you now. Where your message is bugging out. If anybody's having issues with your messages not sending, you can jump into the Discord general chat and you can say hello to me there. Just do an @HighlyInDescent. Let me know that you're out there. You could also use the daily check-in channel point redemption just to kind of let us know you're out there. We'll hit you with the proper good morning. And I apologize about Twitch's nightmares. I don't know what's going on with Twitch in this freaking chat, but appreciate you. Thank you so much, Music Freak, for popping in. Was there a game announcement from someone today? No, I don't think so. Not that I know of. We were just chatting about what games are coming out in January. We're just talking about what games are coming out in January and what we're looking forward to. What we're looking forward to as far as games. Yo, Chief moved in. Hey, okay. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. All right, what's this? We got a letter. Oh, from the snowman. All hail my creator, and thanks. I will soothe your aching muscles with this snowman sofa. It's so cozy. Ooh, nice, dude. Nice. Do. All right, let's go put this in our house. Now that it's January, I just want to hear about the Switch successor. Dude, everything seems like it's bubbling up to this month being the announcement. Everything seems like it's bubbling up to this month being the announcement big time. All right, nice. Look at my snowman sofa. Yeah. Dude, what a beautiful piece of furniture to get early game. What a beautiful piece of furniture to get early game. I couldn't be more proud, man. I couldn't be more proud. What's up, DNA, bro? Yeah, rumors for January 8th right now. You can't put a finger on the Nintendo Pulse like that, but I think there's some truth to it. Things are bubbling up more and more that it's gonna be this month here. We're gonna find out, aren't we? All right, let's get that money rock. Ooh, that's a pill bug. Ooh, let's go check the shop and see how much money do we have. Let's go see if we can get a net today. Yeah, let's go see what tools are for sale. Also, whose car is this? Oh, Gracie's here? Sick. Gracie's pulling into town? We're closed for remodeling? No, I already got the remodel on day one? What? Well, I guess we can't go shopping today. So this will be a short Wild World session this morning. We're just going to get our money rock, say hi to our villagers, and we're going to switch over to Zelda. We'll play this game for a little while this morning. We do have Zelda planned today, but we will be just playing this for a little bit in the mornings. I'm a big fan of starting the day off with AC. You bunch of buttums. All right, sick. We already got construction. We already got day 2. We're going to have a day 3 shop upgrade, which is massive. Like, that's actually a big deal. Even if I was a little bit taken back by it being so fast. Yawn. Oh, so very sleepy. Morning is so cruel, doodle-duh. Not washing my face all day is my way of paying it back. So, oh yeah, why did you want to talk to me? What, dude, what do you mean? What does washing your face have to do with sleep?
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you about some great bell making schemes. Okay, you know how there's lots of fish and bugs in this town? And there are lots of fruit and shells? Well, Tom Nook buys all that stuff at his shop. Viva Twitch! This town is like a mountain of treasure.
Sick, dude. He said he's not washing his face the rest of the day to get back to mornings because he hates mornings and he wants to punish mornings. Oh, oh. Yo, what's up, Jackie? Good morning, dude. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I need to speak to Samson. We never did get to speak to Samson, did we? We never got a chance to speak to Samson in all these years. I'm sick of it. Why not the last one? So usually the last money bag is a luck-based thing. In most Animal Crossings, that last bag is based off of your daily luck or some outside tool that is required to allow you to get the last bag. So in this case, it could be the silver shovel in this game. I don't remember. It could be luck-based in this game. I don't remember this specific game, but every Animal Crossing, that last bag is only obtainable through some sort of outside means, not just hitting the rock with a standard shovel. Usually it's, again, luck or like a silver shovel, or there's some sort of condition that needs to be met in order for you to get that final bag. All right, sick. Bam, bam. Nice. I guess we'll talk to Gracie. She's just gonna dog on me for wearing terrible clothes, but sure.
Darling, you're talking to Gracie, Countess of Courteur, an expert of style. What do you need? Oh my, you're a cute one. And just look at your juicy little outfit. Who knew that there was someone with style in this backwoods town? Wait, she gave me a compliment? Oh my, these hicks never cease to surprise me. Honey, I know you're here to get your fashionista badge. What? You know it. More and more people are embracing their inner fashion maven. Well, anyways, where were we? Ah, yes, honey. Let's see what you've got going on. Darling, let's start with your measurements. Yeah, I know, right, Rain? Like, this game, man. Shoulders, chest, waist. Oh my, wouldn't it be hot if I used a silky fabric? Oh, sweetie, time for a fashion pop quiz. Beauty isn't just looks, you know. You also need to know your flair. Show me how saucy and savvy you really are. Here's your first question. Honey, I just heard someone say that kid is the new hotness. What do you think of that? Me? Question mark? Okay, darling, get your bad self ready for question number 2. People who won't settle for anything but designer labels aren't stylish, are my people, are awesome, have standards, aren't stylish. Watch yourself, honey. Question 3 is coming your way. What's your stance on designer knockoffs? All about looks. Darling, you'd best ready yourself for question number 4. What would you do if you found a hole in your jeans? Buy new jeans, patch it, leave it, rip, rip, rip. Leave it. And finally, clothes, glasses, hats, furniture. What's the true essence of fashion? Accessories, hats, glasses, clothes. I don't know. This is pressure. This is pressure. Clothes. Okay. I know where you stand on the world of fashion. And here's a present. Proof of how close your sense is to mine.
Darling, can I get a drum roll up in here? Ta-da! Oh, and hun, I've just got one more thing to say to you. Darling, eye contact is your best accessory. Oh, dang. Hey. What an exciting scene to enter on. Yeah, dude. Good morning, Liz. Good morning, Legend of Tay. Welcome to the broadcast today, fam. What's up, little Moonbeam? Dear boring chat. Blah. Boring. Honey, you're going to have to work it harder. Harder than that to earn my respect, Gracie. Damn, you guys just got played. Damn. Jeez, chat, wake up, dude. You better get another cup of coffee. What? Dang, she just played us. Yo, good morning, diary. Oh, I'm so sorry you're sick, dude. Good morning, Cozy. Welcome in. Flower Child, good morning. Welcome to the show. Happy Friday, everybody. If you're just tuning in, we were talking about what games you're looking forward to playing here in the first quarter of the year, maybe the January, February, March. What are there any games on your radar? I'd love to hear about them. Good morning and off day. And good to see you here today. McNug, good morning as well. Again, Petals and Pixels, glad you made it to the chat. You're excited for the Hobbit game. When does the Hobbit game come out? I think it's April, right? I saw Tales from the Fandom mention that as well. Yeah, Jedi Power Battles Remaster, which is sick, actually. Yeah, I think it's April for Tales from the Fandom. Or March 23rd. Is it like March, April? Yeah. Or I said Tales from the Fandom. Tales of the Shire. Yo, Coffee Sean, good morning. Yeah, March. I'm going to play that game on release. We're going to check out the Hobbit Animal Crossing on release. Gracie bullying us. Coming soon, me as a Hobbit. Well, if your feet are as hairy as mine, you're probably already a Hobbit. Oh. Yo, Nukazan, good morning. Yo, Jess, good morning. Welcome to the show today. Chrissy the Penguin as well. Bailey B, again, good morning. They said, my bestie's an Assassin's Creed fan. Funniest part of our trip abroad this morning was her looking at a castle and going, hey, I think I climbed that in Assassin's Creed. Lynxman says, I want to play Xenoblade Chronicles X. I never got into it on the Wii because the text was way too small. What an interesting thing to hold a game back. But I've actually had an interaction with a game like that before, where like reading in the game was mad annoying. You're ready for Suikoden 1 and 2 remastered? Yeah, those games, the Suikoden community has been asking them to remake the games for a really long time, from what I understand. I've actually made a list of 12 games to play this year as my New Year's resolution. I always game throughout my life, but mostly Sims and Game Boy games because I never had my own full console. So I'm going to play all the games I wanted to play as a kid that I never could. Why is that such a beautiful goal, dude? That's so cool. That's super, 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 super cool. I actually really like that. I really, really enjoy that. Lunar, my old favorite. I have to scale up all my UIs in games. A lot of them end up breaking and clipping. Not my fault. Your text is too small. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that definitely needs to be considered. And quality of life in games has gotten better, but clearly some more work needs to be had. I saw that Hello Kitty Island Adventure comes to Switch January 30th. I'm not playing it. I already said it, Chad. I will not be playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I will never go anywhere near that game. I already said it. I said it. Don't ask me. I'm not playing it. I will not be touching Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I don't care if it comes to the Switch. I'm not playing the game. I'm not playing it. It's not happening. I'm sorry to inform you all from this point. I'll say it again 1,000 times. I'm not playing it. Sip. You're just lying to yourself. Nope, won't do it. Not going to play it. What's up? You got a second? I wanted to try something on you. See, I was reading this fashion magazine and they had a personality quiz. And at the end, they tell you what celebrity you were most like. So I made my own quiz using Twitch's local celebrities. Want to take it? Sure.
Awesome. Here, I'm just going to ask you a few questions. Answer them honestly and don't think too long about your answers. All right, you guys ready? All right, you guys need to help me spam the chat with the answers to these questions. Let's go. Question number 1. If you have a lot of food, do you eat your favorite dish first? Yay or nay? Yay or nay? If you have a lot of food, do you eat your favorite dish first? Yay or nay? Yes, no, 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 yes, no, no. I'm seeing most no's. Okay, next. All right, next question. I'll give you guys a second for the delay. I'll wait about 15 seconds for each question, maybe 30. Next, when you make a mistake, do you spend a lot of time feeling bad about it? Yay or nay? Go, 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 go. Yes, yeah, me too. I'm thinking about a mistake I made when I was 10 right now. I know, right? Tweediculous? Yeah, thanks, anxiety. Okay. Next. Do you have dreams and ambitions for the future? Wait, where are these questions going? Like, I'm having an existential crisis right now. What is going on? What? Yes, no, maybe. I'm conflicted. Yes, this is pretty split. I'm gonna go with yes. Seem more yeses than nos. All right, let's go. Do you think that you're a good liar? No, not really. Not really. No. Okay, that's it for the questions. All right, here we go. Now to figure out who you are. Wow, you're Pelly, the lovely lass who works the front desk at the town hall. Cute. Chat, you're Pelly. How do you feel? Get it? At least we didn't get Phyllis. You're a trusting soul with high standards and a pure heart. You're selfless to a fault, and you reach out to others in need. Because of that, everyone respects you and relies on your assistance. Unfortunately, not everyone can live up to your high standards. I hate to be the one to bring a dose of reality your way, but you probably have to learn to be a little less trusting of the motives of others. That's all I've got. So wasn't that fun? Dude, what are we getting? Life advice from Animal Crossing at 9 in the morning? Can we... What is this game? What is this game, dude? Like, this game was like, I was playing this at 10 years old. I'm playing this game at like 12, well, like 14 years old. And this is what this game's got me thinking about. This game's got me, I'm playing this game at 13 years old. This game's got me over here thinking. All right, Chief's sleeping still. Okay. What is this, dude? What is going on? I miss the dialogue and I miss this kind of dialogue in modern AC. Yeah, I know, right? Oh my gosh, dude. Well, sick. Let's see if we can get the rest of our fossils here today. Do you have dreams, child? Oh, hey, good morning. You're up a lot earlier than I thought. So what do you want to bug me about this time? Chill, girl. Let's chat. I'm going to clue you in on the easy way to make friends here in Twitch. It revolves around letters. You can send them from Town Hall, darling. If you really want to butter someone up, stick a present in the letter. Once you master this gift attack, you can knock anyone out. Gift attack? Cute. Dude, all right, let's go see if we can buy a hat. I didn't need a reality check at 9 a.m. None of us did Indie Sweets. None of us. Good morning, Petite. Ooh, sick. What is this? A racing helmet? Do. Remove accessory. Yeah.
It makes my head look even bigger. It takes this game's like chibi big head art. It just made my head twice the size. We really are looking like a big old head baby now. Big old baby head. Well, you're about to fall over. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hey, there's our perfect snowman from yesterday. Having some coffee and enjoying the show. Nice. Yo, Dad Baby, welcome in. Good to see y'all here this morning. Wait till you forget to save. All right, let's go cruise. Let's go get some Brewster this morning. The coffee may seem a tad expensive at 200 bells a cup, but it's well worth it. Psh, due to inflation, man, 200 bells sounds like nothing in 2024. Shoot, I'll take 3. Juice me up. Head baby? Boss baby? Tommy Pickles? Oh, 2025. Yeah, it's going to take me a minute to get used to that. This is like when we were in school and we always had to put the date in the margin, and it took me like a whole month to go from writing the last year's date to this year. It's going to be like that, but with words. All right, then, before it gets cold, 1 fresh brewed cup. Enjoy. It's got to cool, man. What are you trying to scorch my mouth? Are you insane? Drink it now before it cools down. Okay. What an odd flavor. A bit acidic, and yet it's strangely refreshing. What's up, Ryan Perp, baby? I miss my couch groove. Thanks. And this is why the first time I started drinking coffee again as an adult, I scorched my... So the story is, my roommate comes downstairs, and I'm drinking coffee out of this French press. And my roommate comes downstairs and he sees me sipping this coffee, and I'm like, every sip I'm going, and then I take another sip, and he comes downstairs, he's like, dude, what are you doing? And I'm like, Brewster told me that I need to drink it as hot as possible. And he just stares at me and he's like, that's a video game. Stop hurting yourself. And I'm like, no, but I can't make Brewster mad. And I'm like scorching my throat and my mouth, drinking like boiling water. And I'm just like, but Brewster. He just stares at me and just walks away like, you've lost your mind, dude. Like, Brewster, dude. Coffee tastes best at 78.4 degrees. Get with the program, roommate. Oh my gosh. But Brewster's always watching us, Beatles. Exactly, dude. Oh my lord. I'm over here wondering how you drink that with the helmet on. A spiral straw, of course. We do have one fossil for the homie. I don't want to wake him up though. He's too cute with his big head. Looking for all the fossils in town. Hoping that I don't run into any clowns because they are real scary. I don't think Pietro's even in this game, so don't have to worry, don't have to be afraid of any clowns because they suck. Yo, do you guys remember the dialogue from New Horizons where they talk about the scary night clowns in your village? And when we all first discovered that dialogue playing that game together, you guys remember that, dude? Where like every once in a while in New Horizons, they'll be like, Oh yeah, I moved. I was gonna move out of town anyways because of all the scary night clowns. Like, what a messed up dialogue for them to put into the game, dude. Like, for real? Like, not actually healthy at all. Wait, what? Yeah, it was a dialogue in the game. Like, every once in a while, your villager, like, I think it was a dialogue with when somebody was gonna move out or something. It's a specific interaction that causes them to say this in New Horizons. And they're gonna move out or something. And they say, essentially, paraphrased, oh yeah, like I was gonna move out anyways because of all those terrifying night clowns that are running around town. And it's just like, wait, what? Like, what do you, wait, hold on. Can you go back to that? And the villager's like smiling and just like grazes past it like it's not a big deal. They're like, oh yeah, the night clowns. And you're just like, you like double take the screen. Like, like, wait, what'd you just say to me? It's pretty freaky. It was if someone moves out to move into a campsite. Yes, that's what it was. Yeah. Yo, enjoy your work, Lurk, Alto Girl. Thanks for popping in this morning. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking in today, Sith Angel and Rocky and Lady Annette. Thank you for checking in today, Delore. Good morning, Delore. I hope you're feeling good out there, homie. Low-key want a game like that where it just got worse and worse with odd stuff they say. I wouldn't mind a game that kind of steps into that weird, creepy environment, just like a little bit. Like, it'd be fun. You like walk up to two villagers talking and they're just like, yo, did you see that weirdo running around last night in his underwear? Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, he was greased up. It was real uncomfortable. Yeah, I definitely locked my doors. And you're just like, who's greased up? Yo, something lost? And why did he have a shovel? It's just a bunch of pitfalls, right? No, nice. Look at all these goodies. Where's a tea vase, a big dot shirt, and a witch shirt. What? Witch shirt? Oh, a witch shirt. AC but completely unhinged. In ACNH, doesn't one of the villagers tell you that they go into their basement to scream because no one can hear them? Yeah, it's like he talks about watching Kung Fu or practicing Kung Fu in his basement, and then he pauses and he goes, oh yeah, by the way, did you know that no one can hear you scream from my basement? And just kind of stares at you before he trails off, and you're just kind of like, what? Yeah, that is a dialogue in the game. And then the only other like super unhinged dialogue that I can think of is the one where the lazy villager talks about being in a simulation. And that's a pretty popular one. Yeah. There's one with a lazy who's like, dude, I started thinking about what if this is all simulation, and what if this is actually just a game, and you're just playing me, and it's like they freak out for a second, and then they just like laugh and go, haha, just kidding, and it's like a super silly interaction. So there are a couple like pretty spicy dialogue moments in New Horizons. They're just a little bit too far and in between, you know. Plot twist: it was red. Big Top did that to me and I was like, you're gone, I want you out. How you feeling, Lemons? It looks like we're gonna have to do a stream Saturday night so that we can get KK Slider music because our house is way too quiet. All we can hear is the tick of a clock. So I think we're gonna have to get ourselves a track from KK Slider this Saturday. So tomorrow night we're gonna have to make that happen, dude. I want to get some music going in this house. Too big. Okay, we'll put that down as well. All right, sick. Nice. We'll keep some of the clothes. We'll sell the rest. We can't sell anything right now because Tom Nook's closed, but That's fine. Chief doesn't wake up till 10, so we haven't been able to say hello to Chief today. Unfortunately, he sleeps in. Does the radio not work without a track? Correct. Nothing plays out of the radio without having an air check, they call it, from KK Slider's concert. It wasn't actually until New Horizons that they made an item that was like a radio that would just play random music. New Leaf didn't even have that feature in 2012, funny enough. Now, there are like TV items you can get all the way back to GameCube that play something on the television for like noise sake, like white noise. But the whole like idea of a radio that just plays random music, I'm pretty sure was introduced to New Horizons, which was actually a really cool little feature. Even if we all kind of ignored it after the first couple weeks because we all got KK Slider music. But it was a cool feature. Now that I think about it. Hey, I have a big question. How does my makeup look? Clownish. Ugh! You're a total idiot! Do clowns wear the latest Nintendeek lip gloss? No, they don't! But they do make balloon animals, and that's nothing to sniff at. Okay, point taken. Take my sleigh. Good riddance. Wait, where did that... Okay, thanks. You better treasure it, because it's not every day that you get such a gem. Okay. Dope. I was just being an ass. Sick. Sometimes being a jerk pays off. Nice. The sleigh is haunted. Yeah, actually, she just cursed me for 7 years. That's so funny that worked. Yeah, that was not expected at all. I just wanted to troll Barbara because I'm not the biggest fan of Barbara.
Zach? Who? Zwalk? Oh, terribly sorry. Who? I get so frightfully tired during the day, what? So, by the by, might there be something with which I can assist you?
Check some fossils, dude.
Who, indeed, hooty hoo. Which fossil can I appraise for you?
Also, good morning. I did see a message about Twitch not sending you notifications. Sorry about that. Twitch do be lacking in the notification department occasionally. If you are in Discord, you can sign up for a role and maybe get the notification there. But the truth is that Twitch's notifications work like 60% of the time. They work all the time. Which means, you know, basically they don't. Yo, Blood Raven. What's up? Thank you for tier 230, dude.
Arrive, H-Des Wave, good morning at Hillian Descent and chat. 2.5 years sub to the channel. Doesn't honestly feel like that long, but you have become part of my day to day and I am thankful that you're here. H-Des love.
Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you for your continued support and patronage to the channel. And I hope you're feeling good today. And Happy New Year's. If you haven't heard it from me, that goes to everyone. Happy New Year's. Every time I hear you say music, I look up. The biggest drawback of my username, I'll make sure I add freak to the end of it if I'm talking to you directly. You music freak. This made me want to go back and play some New Leaf. Heck yeah, dude. I encourage y'all to always bust out your 3DS every once in a while and just poke on into New Leaf, see what's going on in there. I don't play on my DS and my 3DS enough. I don't play on my 3DS enough at all. And I don't know really why I don't. I just don't. I really should. Maybe that should be one of my goals for 2025 is to spend a little bit more time playing my 3DS in random locations around my house. Just like find like a little nook somewhere and just like sit there and play video games for a half hour. Because I do have a bunch of cool games on my Game Boy and my 3DS. I got Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Gold. I got Link's Awakening, the old school. I got Substoria Season stuff. I got New Leaf. I also have a modded 3DS that I technically could play anything I want on, but I'm lazy and I probably won't take the time to load games onto it. So I'm mostly just listing off games that I've purchased. I own the Ace Attorney games on my 3DS. I've never played those. I own A Link Between Worlds, but I'll be playing that for all of you here in the future. So yeah, I really should sit down and just like bust out my 3DS more often. 3DS got mad bangers. What's up? How you doing today, Liz and Strawberry Kells? Yes, you can contribute. Chat chooses Scuffed Eats challenge. Y'all have 30 days to raise 1 million points. And if you all succeed, then we will be taking suggestions and then voting on a dish for me to cook live on Scuffed Eats. So from today, you have 30 days. If you guys can hit 1 million points, then you will choose a dish for me to cook. Anything. I will make it happen. It will be scuffed, but I will make it happen. So the way we'll do it is that if we hit the goal, we'll open up a channel in the Discord. We'll let people suggest recipes, and then we'll have the chat vote on the recipe that they feel like was the most popular or like the one that they want to see the most. And then whatever gets voted the highest, I will cook live on stream. Anything. It could be, there's the only limitations are really, really hard to come by ingredients. That's the only limitation. So like duck, cool, right? Boar tongue, not happening. Does that, you know what I mean? Like I just like made that up randomly, but like as long as you're not trying to hit me with some super out there ingredients that I cannot get in little old country Ohio, anything is on the table outside of super goofy ingredients. That's the only thing I'm not going to be able to get like shark's tail. Like that's just not how Ohio works, especially for a guy who's not driving at the moment. Maybe in the future I could take an hour drive and go pick up a specialty meat. But for right now, we got to keep it at least a little simple. All right. So yeah, it got to be within reason, right? I do have the Stardew Valley cookbook. I have the Zelda cookbook. I have a Star Wars cookbook. But you could also just suggest recipes from your family. You can make me do the dirty work. You could just suggest something. You could just say, I want Hylian to cook spaghetti and meatballs from Stardew Valley. And if enough people vote for it, then I will find a recipe. I will put the work in. And I will cook it. So you don't even have to think that hard about it. You can just suggest a recipe for, again, your family, a different culture, whatever you want. And I will figure out how to make it happen to some extent. So like whatever, like, so you don't even have to think about it that hard. You could just come up with ideas of foods and I'll do the work. I'll find the recipe. I'll find the ingredients and I'll make it happen. So that's like the fun of it. So you guys don't have to do anything extra besides for contribute your points, and then if and when we hit the 1 million, you'll have to just suggest in the Discord, and we might even do a suggestion session live on Twitch, and I will write all your ideas down in the Discord for those who do not participate in Discord. So you see, I've thought pretty hard about it, and we'll probably do the main suggestion session live. So that even if you're not a Discord person, between myself and my mods, we'll get all your ideas in the channel. And then we'll do all the voting and stuff live on Twitch. Again, because I identify that not everybody is interested in Discord. So we're going to make this a Twitch thing and make it all happen live on Twitch. And the Discord will just be used to kind of house the information to make my life easier. And so you all can see what's going on, right? So... do you like lamb? I love lamb. Yeah, sure. Honestly, there's not many foods I wouldn't want to try. But I'm opening myself up here to kind of trying pretty much anything. So, and yes, answers like your favorite home cooked meal from your childhood will totally be acceptable. Yes, like if you suggest that I cook my favorite meal or something, that will be one of the suggestions, sure. Like, it can be broad and open like that. And again, you're pretty much just making me figure it out at that point. which is cool. So like that, those types of answers will be welcome. Again, I don't know how quickly we're going to hit this goal, but we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves because it's going to be at least a week or two, I'm imagining, because it does limit you on how many points you can commit daily. So we're gonna, this is our first test run. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see how hard it is to hit 1 million with our viewership and with our participation in chat. If for some reason we don't get close enough, maybe we'll lower it next time. We'll figure all that out, but it's gonna take a week or two no matter what, because again, it only lets you put like 2,000 a day. So you're gonna have to come back tomorrow to add more points. Anytime I'm live, you can add at least 2,000 points minimum. So yeah, just give it a couple of days. I figured we'd start with 1 million. If we hit the goal too fast, next time it might be a little bit more. Again, so we're kind of like testing the waters here and figuring out how we're gonna make it cool. So yeah, enjoy. This is one of many ideas I have. We're gonna start using the channel point system a little bit more in 2025. I have some other ideas as well on ways that we could all come together and make cool things happen for the stream. And, just like to quickly comment on it, I haven't done a ton of this stuff in the past because I just like doing cool stuff for you guys in general. But I realized going into 2025 that sometimes it's nice to have like an incentive goal and to kind of offer something maybe a little extra special that we have to earn and kind of reach towards. And I think channel points are the perfect place to do that, because anybody who just hangs out can participate. It has nothing to do with money outside of the fact that if you support, you get more channel points regularly, which is fine. So I think this is cool. And I want to try doing more of this stuff in 2025. Even though, again, like my normal philosophy was just do the cool stuff because you all deserve it. But let's try something new in 2025. Let's mess around with some systems and see if we can get people excited about things. I think that's the difference, is like now we can get excited together about this goal and yada, yada, yada. So I think it's going to be pretty rad. So you guys can all start talking amongst each other. You could figure out, maybe you guys can work together to figure out a recipe that you think is best. Maybe, once we actually get all the suggestions, maybe you can pull together and figure out, okay, chat, rally the troops. I want to see them make this, whatever it may be. And I'll do my best to make it as scuffed as possible, but also I am going to try to be challenging myself to maybe do new styles of cooking. So if it ends up being a baking thing, we're going to try to bake it. If it ends up being a bread thing, I'm going to try to actually make the bread or the crust or whatever. I'm really gonna try to make this cool. So I can't really say much. I just have to show you with action. But this could very well be something we do throughout the year as a way to like really showcase some cool cooking on the channel for Scuffed Eats. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun with this. Again, even if it ends up sucking, even if it ends up being the most scuffed thing ever, we're gonna just like give it a try and like see what we can make happen. You know what I mean? Like it'll be a lot of fun, dude. So, all right.
This delightful fossil is a Seismotail, and a rather nice one, what? And with that, I shall return it to you. That is, I should return it to you, but I say this Seismotail, well, to be blunt, it is a thing that has not yet been donated to the museum. Indeed, I would like your permission to keep it in my possession as a donation. Might I be able to convince you to part with it?
Sure, take it.
Oh, then, if you insist, your donation is well and truly appreciated. Wouldn't it be marvelous if the other parts were found before too long? I'm rather a twitter at the thought of this creature in its completed form. So, might there be any other fossils you'd like me to identify?
Yeah. Could we do Scuffed Eats but with cocktails? Yeah, sure. One of the ideas I have written in my book, because I have like a book of ideas and stuff for my different segments, is Night Scuffed Eats. And in my ideas, what I'm cooking with is alongside with whatever food we're cooking, we like maybe make ourselves like a cocktail and like kick back and relax and like, so yeah, you might see some stuff like that. As far as like doing a full episode of Scuffed Eats focused on cocktails, that could also be something cool. We could even make mocktails so we don't get trashed. But yes, actually, one of the things I want to experiment with this year is Scuffed After Dark. Scuffed Eats nighttime streams are something that you might be seeing as we go into this first quarter of the year. I've actually been kind of planning the first one out and figuring out mentally like exactly what I would want to accomplish with the vibe and with the approach. So Scuffed, opening up Scuffed Eats to my evening squad could be really fun. I know there's a lot of people who quite can't engage during the morning and day. And this has been a thought that's been considered. And again, I thought about how I could maybe do a cocktail on the side and make it like a more traditional night stream where we're just relaxing and goofing off. And maybe I'm sipping on a martini or something. So that has been considered. So good question. And yeah, you might see something like that in the future for sure. Yeah, you might be something silly like that. Again, my vision was not necessarily focused on the cocktails, but a cocktail being involved. But yeah, like I said, I honestly, I love the art of mixology, and I would love to do more mixology down the road in general. So for sure, good question. I like that one. Let's drink together. I don't do mocktails. Would be awesome for me. I don't drink, so mocktails would be awesome, and getting recipe ideas. Yeah. And there's some really cool mocktails you can do, man. Some really flavorful stuff. So I can see Eileen being a bartender. I think that there's a parallel universe out there where I pursued the front of the house, not the back of the house. Because I was a back of the house guy. I was a cook. But I think there's a timeline where I pursued the front because I have the personality and the energy. And the only reason I didn't do it back then was because I preferred to show up to work stoned and not really care about what I was doing back of the house versus showing up to work like normal and cleaned up and like with a nice shirt on. Like I didn't want to deal with that. So like in my 20s, I was just like, you got me messed up. Like I'm not showing up. I'm not going to act. You think I'm taking a shower before work? No, I'm just kidding. I took a shower every day, but you get what I'm saying? Like you actually have to be presentable in the front of the house. You have to actually care and want to talk to people. But in my 20s, I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't want to care. So it was like, I went in another direction with my journey of hospitality. So it's fun. You can be stoned in front of the house too. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You know, sure, you're right. I've seen it. I've engaged with it. You can do a lot more in the front of the house too. Let's just say I've worked with a lot of bartenders that were into a little bit of nose candy. So, I mean, believe me, the hospitality universe is not a void of any sort of substance usage while working. It's a pretty rambunctious environment to be in. I've worked a lot of jobs, Chad. I've worked a lot of jobs, dude. Yeah, what's up, Trash Marvel? How you doing, man? I'm confident this is a Terra right wing. Indeed it is. Ooh. And with that, I shall return it to you. Ooh. Yeah, working front for you wasn't for you at the time, right? Exactly, right. Whereas like now, like if I were to go back into the working force and specifically hospitality, I probably would pursue front of the house. Now that I've done this for a living, 100%. I 100% probably would. But I don't think I would go back to hospitality. I think if anything's in my cards, it's a trade school skill from here. I would probably lean into like electrician, or I would lean into like network security and like something tech related. I think I'm done with hospitality for the rest of my life. I think I'm good, dude. As much as hospitality was cool, I'm like, I wouldn't go back to it. I don't think. It had its moments is what I'm trying to say, but I'm good. Yo, Flower Child, you do you, baby. Trade school's the way. Yeah, I would probably do something like that if and when I eventually do something like that. I've told you all that I have a dream of opening a bakery. So if I were to run my own bakery, now that would be a little different. I would do that. That is a version of hospitality that I would do. I would totally run my own bakery if I had enough money saved up. At some point, I think I will try to get like a brick and mortar bakery in like a city that has enough foot traffic and traffic in general. And I would love to do a bakery. Like that's like end game goals for me. End game goals for me is to like ride out a bakery into the sunset. That's actually been like my end game goals for a long time. Yeah, I wouldn't want to bake sweets though. I would want to bake bread, and I would want to have a partner or like an employee that baked sweets, because I'm not necessarily interested in sweets, but I want to bake bread. I want to be like a breadsmith, a master breadsmith would be sick.
Well, to be blunt, it is the thing that has not yet been donated to our museum.
Stuffed yeast, yeah, dude. That's actually really good. Just shut up. That's actually really good. You baked some baking cookies the other day? I'll take the job. Yeah, that would be the one thing that I wouldn't be too interested in sweets. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't attempt to like do sweets as a part of the all-encompassing master baker. But like in my current mindset, I would prefer just to do bread personally and just dedicate my life or like my efforts to learning the ins and outs of baking bread and creating really cool experiences through bread, because there's a lot of science to bread, and like there's a lot you can do and a lot of different styles of bread, and I think it's really cool. I think there's something really cool about kind of pushing that. It's something that's been in like the human experience since like the dawn of time, bread. And I find it fascinating. Like the art of making bread is so like ingrained in like human history. That's what makes me so interested, because I find that to be like such a cool thing, that like this art of like of creating this craft of bread making has been around since like the dawn of time. Like I find that to be like a really, really cool and interesting thing to like dive into, right? Yeah, everything from sourdough to everything, all the breads, they've all been around for a long time. What's up, Snow Kaiju? How you doing, bud? Yeah, what's up, Amusing Ashley? Yo, good to see you in here. Ingrained, probably the origin of the word, or any bread. Yeah, it would be any bread. I would focus on any, but like, yeah, sourdough is a part of the conversation. Yeah, for sure. My partner's a chemical engineer, and when he showed me that baking was basically science, I finally learned how to bake. That's super dope, Trash Marble. There's actually a decent money in a local fresh bread, because other local restaurants and stuff like to buy bread like that. Yeah, there really is. And then it's always going to be something that people want. You know, it's always going to be relevant to some extent. Yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, now the business side of it there's always going to be trouble with business stuff. You know, you have to put the work in on marketing. You have to put the work in on getting people to want to come through your front door. But as far as the idea of bread, like there's always going to be a need for it, which is kind of cool if you think about it to some extent. Like, you know, I don't see bread going anywhere anytime soon. Like, you know, I know the place that inspired me to want to do this was a place in the city I grew up in. There was this local bread store that I loved. I used to love getting their bread. And like, they would donate their bread that ended up falling to like 2-3 day old. They would donate it to like local shelters and stuff. And I just think that whole process is so cool. You know what I mean? Like, so not only were they able to sustain their business, like you said, sell to local businesses and restaurants, and then on top of it, anything that was going bad, because it's so fresh and they didn't use preservatives, they were able to donate for like to good causes to help other people, you know, have access to their bread. So like nothing went to waste. And I just find that whole process to be super cool. I think that's really neat.
my. Yes, who indeed? What we have here, quite simply, is a T-Rex torso. And with that, I shall return it to you. That is, I should return it to you.
You're such a big baby, Blathers. Just take the fossil, dude. he's always a big baby, dude. He's always a big baby, man.
I should give this back to you, but the truth is, it hasn't been donated yet.
Like, dude, just ask for it, buddy. We have a chain bakery called Cobb's Bakery. The one by me donates their day olds to the local youth center for school snacks and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think that's really cool. And I think it would be cool to be a part of a community where you were able to help the community out that way, still make a living, and like, but you know, also still master bread making. And I don't know, I just think it's all a full encompassing experience. It's pretty cool. The reason I asked sourdough, because you need a sourdough starter from somewhere. Yeah, you know. That's a journey for another day. But I am hip to the ins and outs of, so like my cooking history took me into Italian restaurants and into dough and into pizza. So I'm actually relatively knowledgeable about dough and like bread to some extent, because of like a little bit, like one place I worked did their own homemade focaccia bread, and I learned about like the art of making focaccia bread from them. And then again, like the pizza doughs and the pizza shops I worked at, where we would make handmade doughs like on the spot, like mom and pop joints. So like I do have a good understanding of bread and like dough, but like I know enough to know I don't know anything at all. I'm at that point. I know enough to know that I don't know much, and like, but I'm far enough along there. Like it's. I love watching the sourdough TikToks. Nothing in the recycling bin today? How dare you? How actually dare you? All right, I'm gonna take a quick tinkle chat. I'll be right back. Give me just a moment here. Give me just a moment here. We're gonna take a quick tinkle. Boom. Okay. To your patience chat room. Nice little tinkle break. I was holding it for far too long. All right, we got our money rock. We didn't shake our trees today. We don't have a net, so we can't do anything if we get stung by bees, but let's shake trees. Let's shake some trees here. And we could try to get our items. So we usually get 2 items a day from shaking trees. So that's what we're going to do here. What's up, Lillian? Hey, how you doing? Boom, 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 ba-na-na-na, do-do-do, do-do-do. All right. We're shaking trees and we're avoiding bees. All right, we're gonna actually bring this into my hands here for this. I'm sick of using the stand for this big gamepad. I'm playing on a Wii U, so I have this big Wii U gamepad in my hand. Shaking some trees and avoiding some bees. It's the Switch prototype. You can't catch bees in Wild World? I tried and you can't. I don't really know. Again, like, as much as I played a ton of Wild World, it was so long ago. I don't really know the rules of engagement for this game. So we're learning together here. Also, Mary Bella, good to see you. You're taking your aesthetician state board exam at 2 p.m. 2 PST. Dude, you got this. Get some blesses in the chat and good luck on your journey. I think we shook all of these. Holy heck, you're gonna get this, Mary Bella. Very cool. We'll take some cash all day. Cash money. Money, 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 money. Oh, our first item is... a writing desk. All right, sick. Dang, I was kind of hoping to pay off my Tom Nook debt today, but without being able to sell stuff, it would be impossible. So we'll have to pay off our debt tomorrow. You doing TCG Pocket Solo battles? Nice. Oh, no, I was so close. No, dude. Rip. Wow. A good old case of Ritz Cracker Eye. A good old case of Ritz Cracker Eye. There it is. Yeah, I don't think they're going to remove packs anytime soon. I think they will, though. I think maybe like a year down the road, they will be removing like genetic Apex, right? But I don't think it'll be anytime soon, but I have a feeling they will rotate packs out over time. I have a sneaking suspicion that that is their goal in the long run. It creates like FOMO. It allows them to bring stuff back. Like I have a sneaking suspicion they will rotate stuff out over time. But we'll have to wait and see. Oh my gosh, it's another one. No. Nothing like a good old anxiety-inducing bee chase to shake up the relaxing vibes of Animal Crossing. I said I was going to work, but apparently I was so enthusiastic about heading to work 30 minutes early, so we're getting breakfast. Nice. What's for brekkie, dude? My roommate's been obsessed with breakfast food. The dude can't stop purchasing waffles and pancakes. And he's just obsessed with waffles and pancakes. It's like his thing right now. He is waffle and pancaked out. It's like his whole thing right now. It's like it's becoming his identity. It's becoming his identity. He is waffle and pancaked out of his mind, dude. He is literally out of it. So like the other day he's like, I'm gonna get some waffle mix and waffle batter next. And I'm like, word. And I'm like, you know, well, you can use that Shrek waffle iron to your heart's content. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, we do also have another mini waffle iron down there that I bought for like an old episode of Scuffed. And he goes, oh, I already know. And I'm like, oh yeah, you already noticed? He's like, yeah, I plan to dual wield. I could make 2 waffles at the same time. And I was just like, oh my Lord, oh my God. Like, I'm just like, oh, this guy is losing it. He's like, I'm gonna do them both at the same time. I just looked at him like, you better clean up after yourself. I literally said that word for word. I'm just like, you better clean up after yourself, dude. And I just walked away shaking my head like, what an animal, dude. Yeah, living the dream, dude. He is popping off on Waffle Nation right now. Freaking hooligan. New video game weapon, dual wielding waffle irons. I'm sure there are ways to become a waffle. Yeah, and he's definitely working on it. He's cracking the code. Yo, good morning, Rachie. Welcome in here. Azalin, welcome in here. If I missed y'all popping in, Indie Sweets, Legend of Tay, thank you for the daily check-in. Sith Angel and Rocky again. Thank you for checking in with us today, fam. And appreciate the follows coming in. And thank you, Blood Raven, as well. That's why you gave me a waffle yesterday. Yeah, in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, Abyss Sans saw my character in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, and apparently my character gave them a waffle. Though this waffle nonsense is even bleeding into the video games. This is becoming existential here. You are what you eat. You having a breakfast burger? Eggs and bacon and hash browns? It's payday, so I'm treating myself. Ooh, nice. We love a good payday treat. All right. I believe there's one more item for us to find. And as you're noticing, we're also getting money. So like, this is like a good thing to do early game. You won't see me shaking trees for furniture like later in the game too much. I tend to... Why am I even trying? I tend to avoid this process like later in the game because it doesn't feel as necessary. But early in the game, I'm definitely going to take advantage of these systems and like try to get myself as much of an advantage as possible as far as like money and items, furniture. What's up, Nick? Thank you for 32, bud. How you doing today, Nick Jr.? Thank you, man. Those primes all add up, fam. Priming is a free way to support the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, attach it to your Twitch account and you can get yourself a free subscription once a month. Thank you, Nick. Thank you very much. You don't pass out in this one? No, they didn't introduce passing out from being stung until New Leaf, I believe. And even then, I don't even think it's in that game. Funny that you asked that. That's a really good trivia question. Yeah, there is no passing out from being stung in the older games. That wasn't something they introduced until a lot later. Let's see what the villagers say about my face. Hello there, C-Puff. What you could use is a pop quiz. If you answer correctly, I'll give you a prize. Here come the questions. If I were to get a scoop of ice cream right now, what size would I want? Tiny scoop. Weird. That's really impressive, y'all. You can tell how hungry I am just by looking at me? Ew, do you have x-ray vision? Can you see my stomach right now? Or was that just a lucky guess? Either way, you win. Nope, I just figured you wanted to keep your zebra figure going, you know? I can't really explain this, so here it is, a cabin clock. To tell you the truth, I couldn't think of a use for it. Yeah, I just figured she wanted to like keep her zebra figure, you know? Oh, hey, oh wait, C-Puff, is that you? Oh wait, hold on, we have a better voice for this guy.
Oh wait, hey, C-Puff, is that you? Wow, what happened to your face? Man, getting stung in the morning? Talk about a rude awakening.
I like our Egbert voice, dude. I really do actually like it.
Hey, I'm Egbert. You can just call me Eggy or Bert. Yeah. Ah, Seapuff, look at your face. Wait, I guess you really can't, can you? Well, let me describe it to you. It's all swollen. Were you stung by a bee? Tell me the truth. Were you shaking trees again? You were, weren't you? It's okay. I won't judge you. They're not too harsh in this game about the sting, actually. In Animal Crossing GameCube, they'll straight up call you a monster. In Animal Crossing GameCube, they'll be like, monster alert! Take off your mask! It's not Halloween, idiot! Like, they're pretty hardcore in that game, man. Yeah, it only exists in New Horizons. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. We listen and we don't judge. Stung and then a test? What kind of... That's kind of twisted, yeah. I'll bet Egbert drops his ice cream cone and says, oh, and just walks away. Oh. True. Actually true. All right, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and game switch today. I just wanted to get a little taste of Animal Crossing this morning before we dove into our main game for the day.